Feedback is essential for literally anyone trying to accomplish anything. But how do you give good feedback? And how do you know what critiques to accept and which to ignore? Answers coming up. This video comes in 3 parts. 1, the influence of taste on providing quality feedback. 2, the importance of understanding the creator's goals. And 3, an example of how accepting feedback transformed my own title, The Tides of Need. Any creator, especially one who makes long pieces like novels, depends upon feedback to improve the quality of their work. Pat Rothfuss famously had scores of readers for his incredible book, The Name of the Wind. And boy, it paid off. It's unreasonable to think you can catch every mistake and awkward moment yourself. Point being, feedback matters. That said, not all feedback is created equally, and that's largely because of the influence of taste. Everyone has an entirely different set of subjective tastes. I, for example, love martial arts action. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon makes me cry, and it's not when people die, it's when they're fighting. I might even love a bad movie because it has what I like. Another example, I don't know how many times I've been watching a show or movie with my wife and she said, "This is so good. I know it's so good. I cannot watch it. It's too..." If someone gives you feedback solely based on taste, then it might influence your work to be something you never intended in the first place. So, what to do about that? The answer lies in understanding what the work is trying to accomplish. In other words, what is the goal or mission of the creator? When you understand what the creator is trying to do, then you can offer feedback against that mission rather than against your personal taste. In a well-crafted piece, the goals are obvious. But in a work in progress, one might need to do some digging in order to figure out what those goals are. It can be really hard to figure these things out. In writing, there are broad goals, a certain theme, a genre, a plot structure, a character arc. There are also small goals, the relationship dynamics, beats, and even punchlines. A strong critique partner will come to understand what you're trying to do from big to small, and more importantly, how those pieces fit together in a tight, cohesive package. The Tides of Need is a full-length novel with many, many goals. Some of those include exploring the complexity of service to one's family versus service to society, the moral shades of gray in urban crime, policing, and revolution, the ability to lose oneself through obsession with others, plus one character's need to drop earthly ties to become a prophet, while another drops his allegiances to pursue a higher calling. If it sounds heavy and nuanced, that's because it's supposed to be. When receiving feedback from my writing group, one of them expressed that the last third of the book didn't work because all of the complexity and nuance funneled into a cinematic feeling Marvel movie ending. That was not my goal, and he knew it. It took an understanding of my desired themes, characters, aesthetic, and arcs for him to make that call. But he had taken the time to find those goals both in the text and from me. Using that feedback, I was able to rewrite the last third and found some much needed answers that pulled the story together in a way that now feels really strong. I encourage you to take the time to figure out what it is you're trying to do with your work. It will give clarity to every choice you make going forward. If you're struggling to give or receive feedback, consider asking your partner or yourself, what is the message of this piece? What do I want the audience to feel? What do I want them to think of these characters and these relationships? What is the purpose of this scene? What structure does this follow? And do I want to follow it or do I want to break it intentionally? It's a complicated thing to get to understand a creator's work intimately, but it is critical to giving feedback. Best of luck doing what you love to do. If you enjoyed that video, you probably want to watch my video on daily pacing, linked here. Check out my Suncatcher's channel for creative youth projects. Subscribe for more videos that I hope will inspire and uplift you. Godspeed.